What up, what up, what up? What's popping with the people? What's popping with the people? What's popping with the people? Let's give it a minute, see if it's gonna populate. Sure it will. What's popping with the people? What's popping with the people? JD, what's popping? Tyson Fury Biologicl. Yeah, happy GGG day. Yo, this day should be officially bad investment day from now on. Like, it's just straight swap. Like, it's Triple G's birthday should be like fucking bad investment day. It should be like the day they relive all of the worst financial events in history. Like fucking like the fall of like the downfall of Wall Street in 2008 and so many other things. Just put Triple G's contract with the zone right in there with that shit. Finesse God. Tony Line salute. What it do? I wish the guy great. Oh, he's having a hell of a birthday. I mean, shit, he's like $70 million rich. You know what I mean? He's getting to skate, getting to pick, getting to pick the lovely opponents. Hey man, Triple G's having a hell of a birthday. Shit, buy a brand new watch. Buy a new car, man. Do something fucking real opulent, something real nice, man. You can afford it. You could definitely afford it. I can tell you that much. For sure. Yeah, man. I'm just like, cause for me, it's like shit. It's like I don't know how a person let that motherfucker skate for so long on that contract without saying nothing to him. It's just like I don't know what is it about Triple G's face or is it about his personality or something like that where it just makes you want to just be passive about all of the bad expenditures that involve him. But shit, like it's got to be something in the water over there. It's got to be something. But yeah, happy birthday to that guy. Officially what? What he 38 now? 38, 30. What he just turned 37 today or 38? He closing father time. The clocks is ticking. Miguel, salute. What it do? Fah Fah. Good old Triple G, man. Let's just hope, man. Look, man. If Triple G don't fight, if Triple G ain't in another unification, or if he ain't fighting, if he isn't in some type of fight that just gives us a conversation that we can talk about, man, his contract needs to be up for discussion immediately. 39. 39. Wow. His contract needs to be up for discussion immediately. If he don't fight anybody after this year, it needs to be up for discussion immediately. Who you think Crawford fighting next, Reaper? Man, look, if I don't know, only person I could see on the bill realistically would be it could possibly be a desperate Keith Thurman. It could possibly be a Sean Porter, or it's like a slim to none chance that I think it's a Manny Pacquiao. But low key, I'll be thinking that shit could possibly be Manny Pacquiao in the back of my mind because I'm not hearing too much from the Mikey Garcia conversation. So who knows, because I mean, yeah, you're gonna make good money with Mikey or whatever, but I mean, what is Mikey Garcia really doing for you? I wouldn't even see the point in that other than a check. Oh, Porter got COVID. I didn't know that. Yeah, man. I really think it's like in the back of my mind, yo, something really keep telling me it's Pacquiao, but it's not enough for me to talk about it yet, though. Yeah, I just got finished smoking. I ain't gonna stunt. I just got finished smoking weed. I needed to for real. I'm gonna tell y'all why I smoke. It's all DT3 fault. If y'all watch DT3 Nuclear Live that he probably just had like 2 hours ago, like I came in, I commented or whatever, but I had to leave. I was doing something at the time, so I just wanted to stop in and still, leave something on to tweak his algorithm a little bit, leave a like and shit. But I don't know. I started watching his live stream. I was sober as fuck. The more and more I was watching that live stream, I said, oh shit, let me grab my bowling. Shit just got real. Tyrese, what it do? Mikey's team said they coming back with or without Pacquiao. So that signs would lead them. Signs would lead in the direction of saying if Mikey Guard, that's kind of cryptic. That's kind of cryptic for me. I don't know. I don't know how y'all would feel about that. But if Mikey Garcia said that, that would be kind of cryptic for me. If he said, if his team is saying they coming back with or without Pacquiao. So for me, that means that it isn't necessarily on the table per se. So he might truly be weighing out his options, and that Terrence Crawford thing could be a little bit more realistic. I just don't want to, put all my eggs in that basket just yet. We legal in NYS, yes sir, yes sir. Yeah, we on top. We on top. We just need to get it. I mean, it's medicinally legal here, but we just need to get it recreationally. Like, no, none of that doctor shit. You just be able to smoke that shit. Yeah. I mean, if that's coming out of Mikey mouth, man, yeah, that sounds pretty cryptic. Like it ain't really on the table. It ain't really been negotiated. And I haven't heard anything concrete about it other than an announcement of a supposed announcement of a big announcement. So who's to say that shit even going to take place? I don't got my faith in that. Like that's why I just been kind of just sitting back, yo, and I just been waiting for shit to happen. When that shit signed, sealed, and delivered, that's when I put some faith in it. Other than that, I ain't even really trying to hear too much outside of that because I feel like, yo, like boxing is becoming a hard thing to deal with, my guys. Telling y'all right now, it's too much shit. It's too much bullshit. That's why I just been playing the background. I ain't been getting involved. I'm just doing my own shit. Salute, Nathan. Brown gone one. What it do? So you think that Porter really has COVID or just one side of the mandatory, or is it too clear the way for Bud versus Pac and he gets the winner because he wants more money? Man, if it was about more money and him waiting, man, he wouldn't have said what he said when they sent the first offer over to him. Once a person sends you the first offer and you run to the media, shoot it down and say they disrespected you, but you just took 1.2 million in your last fight. Your highest payday is 2.2 million dollars from Errol Spence. So if he sends you $1 million and some change offer on your first offer, and you immediately run to the media, that automatically tells me you don't want to fight because you have the right as a mandatory to go for a purse bid if you feel like you and Terrence Crawford are worth that much more. Or why would you run to the media after the first offer once again? Why wouldn't you try to negotiate it? So all of that shit would make me believe you don't want to fight. And the only reason, and it's like, yo, why all of a sudden now is Terrence Crawford becoming like a thing for Sean Porter? Look at the pattern, look at his history, yo. Terrence Crawford has only became a thing when he ran out of options. Let's call a spade a spade. Terrence Crawford wasn't never on his hit list. It wasn't never a legacy fight for him because you want to know what it would have been? If he would have had a WBC belt, Manny Pacquiao, Manny Pacquiao, Manny Pacquiao. And that would have been the fight that Manny Pacquiao would have took, and that would have been the way Manny Pacquiao would have retired, beating Sean Porter. He would have, he wouldn't even have looked in Terrence Crawford direction. But the fact of he got idle hands, and there really isn't a championship opportunity waiting for Sean Porter. And 154, there ain't a reality for him. Like, yo, of course it's Terrence Crawford. So he says, it's just like, bro, like Sean Porter always gonna be the runner-up of somebody's runner-up because when it comes to the other guys, it's like, yo, you hit your head on the ceiling when it comes to where they going. You know what I'm saying? With you being a two-time champion at 147 and all of that shit still. I think Fury is fighting AJ. I I look, like I said, I ain't never trying to put it on that man where I'm saying like, yo, he ain't fighting this man, but I'm making fun of the dude because it's always something different. It's just funny to me how it's always, it's always the other guy fault, but the only nigga doing all of the bitching and the complaining is you. And I guess because it's so normal for him to be a completely psychotic, and mentally unstable individual and just completely just mentally frazzled. Like it's just completely okay for this man to just act a nuisance. And we just supposed to accept that because that's the Fury way. Hell nah. What I feel is though, I ain't gonna fall into that. This is what I'm gonna say. I ain't saying the dude don't want to fight him. I'm gonna say it's apprehension due to a lack of activity. If you ain't fought nobody in a year and you just came off watching this man slaughter Kubrat Pulev, I mean, shit. You ain't fought in a year and you going in and you fighting this dude, Cole, biggest fight of your life, man, you can say whatever you want to say, man. I always feel like the people you put first, the people you put first are the least of your worries. The ones that you make your more intimate or more dire tasks, the ones you should take care of, the ones you put last, those are the ones I feel like are your biggest threats, bar none, bar none. So right now, I feel like the boy just might be feeling a little bit of some inactivity woes, and you acting like if things aren't moving at the tune of your beat right now, shit should matter. If all you got to do is sit back and kick your feet up, then why not just sit back and have your feet kicked up? I'm just saying it's that easy. It ain't hard. Layton, salute, homie. Porter is using the COVID thing so he can make it as an excuse to fight, not until next year. You know, like, look, I be so done with the prima donna shit with Sean Porter because it's like, you know, everybody gives people credit for certain shit that I wouldn't necessarily give people credit for. Okay, you fight. That's your job. Okay, you get in there with this dude. That's your job. Okay, you give us a showing. That's what they pay you. That's what they pay you 7 figures for. I'm not here to kiss your ass for that shit. I've always felt like Sean Porter was no more than a B fighter at best. I never felt like he was elite. I always felt like he was just gatekeeper. He was gatekeeper lunch meat. You know what I'm saying? So for me, you know, like with Sean Porter and all of the shit Sean Porter want to do or whatever, man, let Sean Porter do that shit. I really don't even care because like right now it's like the only significance Sean Porter holds is to this whole theory that Bud Crawford needs to walk through that fire to have some significance at 147, and that to me is absolute bullshit. Porter will only get 25% on of the purse bid. Well, look, I mean, how much does Sean, how much does how much does Sean Porter, how much do y'all value Sean Porter? What do you like? Look, this is the thing. We got to separate emotional value from what your worth really is. You can't be a bologna sandwich and then turn yourself into a fucking what is it, a bullseye ribeye like the next fucking day. It don't work like that. You know, like look, emotional and fandom value does not like this. I don't digest that shit. I regurgitate it. Like I don't fall into the whole like school of thought. It's like, oh, you know, because you know, you feel like you're worth that, but what does your value say? You know, and then let's chop it up like that. Because you ain't getting in the ring based off of your value. You didn't even give a chance to see what you know you were gonna get. Shit, they even matched your value. You still didn't want to fight. Sebastian Formella ain't paying that good, bruh. But you know, Fury deserves all of the criticism. Couldn't be a fan of that dude. It's hard to be a fan of somebody who always like, yo, if the sky is blue, they'll argue with that they'll argue with you and say that the bitch is fucking purple, man. It's hard to be a fan of somebody like that. And it's hard to get engaged and see that's and he jealous of a lot of the accolades that Anthony Joshua has and the energy that surrounds him. But here's my thing. You never gave your public likeness a chance for the people to even grab onto you and gravitate to you like that. Ever since you came in the game, it was I was blackballed, hated on, fuck this person, basically fuck this person, fuck this person, fuck this person, fuck this person. Hey, if you want to play the rebel, you get rebel type energy. You want to play the infamy game. You get the infamy get you two different type of results. You get the type of people that want to come out in droves to see you get your ass whooped, or then you get the type of people that just completely despise you, think you a clown, and want nothing to do with you. Well, it just didn't happen that people wanted to go and spend a whole bunch of money on you to turn up to get your ass whooped. They thought you was a clown where you was from, and they damn sure thought you was a clown over here. So You got to wear that hat. D-Town Blaster with the super chat. Fah Fah. Appreciate you, Brody. Like Nevin says, a blind man can see he don't want it. 25% of a purse bid for a fighter's own promotion has no interest in a negotiator starting at 1.2 million. He only got 2.5 max as a champion. What skill? Because he beat Wilder. Who he beat? Beat who? Look, that's what I'm saying. Everybody say Fury got magnificent this and magnificent that. You know what my response is to all of that shit. Like from the, I don't even do it no more. If you want to know how I feel about it, you can run it back. We want some new shit. Everything is new. We gonna keep proceeding forward. You want to know what my response is to that shit? Okay, cool. We gonna see. We gonna see because I believe in like look, you get paid based off your resume. You get bonuses based off of the work you put in. You know what I'm saying? You don't see them salary increases. Salary increases come based off of performance. So I don't think Payonetta, Schwartz, and definitely an Otto Wallen performance and a smashing of a guy who was completely just offensively and defensively deficient in Deontay Wilder is really going to put me to where I'm like, yo, you're worth all that shit. You're worth your weight in gold. And your ticket sales don't match that. Now, of course, people are going to come out and see the Wilder Fury fight. And it wasn't American people. It was the UK fans. And a lot of that, it's like, yo, I hope to God this is a guy we finally got one that could take the fucking belt off of this goofy. Let's get this belt off of this WBC holding dodgy bastard. I felt it. I know they were saying it with their chest. Fury Johnson could do 4 million pay-per-view UK with the right promotion. Put it this way, bro. I do believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but the numbers came out that Andy Ruiz versus Anthony Joshua 2 did, I believe, 1.8 to 2.2 million British pay-per-view buys or some shit, UK pay-per-view buys or some shit like that, and it broke every UK boxing pay-per-view record. So if that's Andy Ruiz, Joshua 2, based on me watching it in Eastern time in America at what, like 11, 12, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 12 in the afternoon, 11, cutting it on 11 in the morning. Shit, that's in Diriyah, Saudi Arabia. Put those two boys together, countrymen, undisputed title. Man, I'm telling you right now, I don't care. I already know it's going to be the biggest fight the world has ever seen as far as boxing is concerned. Like, Josh will start big enough on his own, and now you're taking another big personality and a person who building his star up. People going, man, look, nobody missing that shit. Nobody. And we ain't got a good one in a long time. Like a real clash of the Titans. Ziggy Zane, salute. What it do, family? Yeah, it was. See, they report shit. Different sites report it different. It'll be 1.2 here, it'll be 1.5 here, it'll be 1.1 here. Like, it all falls in the realm of estimates and shit like that. I don't like, honestly, like for real, even when it comes to them purses half the time, I don't know what to believe. I don't know what the concrete number is because I believe over 85% of them is inflated. Over 85% easy inflation. That type shit. Layden, appreciate you with the super chat, bro. He says, bro, been with you since day one. Keep up the real work, brother. Oh, I know. I'm sharp. I'm sharp. Definitely been down since day one. And we going to keep it going, man. Y'all know that's what I do it for. JD Boxing says, oh, we know, bro. Sergio Aguilera says, what's good, too? What's goody, family? The Boom Man, DT3. Everybody go subscribe if you haven't. MBBC in the building. Boom Gang, Reaper Gang, at work listening. Let's go. Nathan Kurt says, Fury been a champion for 15 months now and still no defense. It's like, what's the fucking show, the game show with the fucking, when they waiting for the answers and just like, doom, 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 doom. Jeopardy, yeah. His whole fucking, his activity is the Jeopardy music. Like, just play that shit. Metsadillo, sorry if I pronounced it wrong. Salute to you. Appreciate you, super chat, brother. He says, do you think Dillian White could beat Fury? Based on the Wallen fight, I'm not so sure how well Fury deals with the pressure. I've said this before. I've said this before in a few of my videos. Tyson Fury versus Dillian White. It's not a fight that Dillian White is a shoe-in to win. Like, Dillian White gets behind his jab very well. I mean, he's coming along, he's learning. He doesn't have a problem with pressing forward, and his attitude in taking a Fury fight, he already is adapt to thinking the way that I would go at the fight. I don't care where he is. I'm going to hit him. I'm not focusing on his head and all of this so-called fake shit up top with the movements. I'm going to be hitting him everywhere in his body. I'm going to lay it on him. I'm going to get right up on him. I'm going to press him. And that's what you should do to a Tyson Fury, because I noticed when it came to Otto Wallen, Fury does not do good when you're close to mid-range on him. He seems like he takes a lot of punishment there. His defense is really suspect there. So if Otto Wallen could touch you, somebody as premier as a Dillian White, who's been in the ring with the type of talent he's been in with, back to back to back to back, and seen so many different heights and styles, Dillian White will get him. He just fought Marius Wack, and he had to deal with that for 12 rounds. And regardless of who we think Wack is, Wack's done been punched up by fucking everybody, but he's huge. And he's imposing, and he'll drive you fucking crazy. Shit, it took Big Baby a long time to break him down. So, he's dealt with height. Dillian White's no stranger to height, and he's got the thump. And we know Fury doesn't have the strongest chin. If a cruiserweight Steve Cunningham could drop him, need I say more? Salute Dolomite, what's goody? Says Fury is trolling, trying to throw AJ and the fans off. But I'm to the point he just needs to shut up until a fight is announced, because he's helping the Wilder narrative stay alive. That's what I'm saying. The Dolomite, you feel me? This is why I've been saying week to week, every time I hear one of the little antics, the first thing I always say is I'm like, yo, just chill out, bro, because we at the point to where nobody's going to believe you. And all it's doing is fueling this whole, there's this whole little fake boxing clique and this misfit of delusional individuals who just clamoring for another guy of no activity in Deontay Wilder, where they can go ahead and make that dance. Now let's bring all of this shit full circle, right? Now, Tyson Fury been talking a bunch of wild shit, and then you throw out the fact that you might even be fighting Wilder again. You're talking all of this TikTok stuff. Now, would it be irresponsible of me to be thinking will it be irresponsible of me to think that maybe shit, this is what freaking Tyson Fury want? Because he know that's an easy touch, good money, and an easy ass whooping, and it's not a gauntlet of fire that you would have to walk out with, Adre. So maybe you trying to back moonwalk your ass up out of an undisputed fight and back into a chocolate diuretic ass whooping that you're serving in your boy Deontay Wilder. I don't know. Just bringing shit full circle. When people say shit, I like to hold them accountable to it. And even when dudes is joking, because everything Fury say, you got to look at that shit like a joke, bro. You got to look at it like a joke where it's coming off with a whole, like it's comedy, but it's some truth in it. So whatever the shit that stick most with me, man, I've run with that shit, man. Arlen, salute, sweetheart. So salute everyone in the chat. Salute, two hands. What it do, babe? Don't ask me, salute. If you use the LDBC method and include the illegal streams, Wilder is the king. You just gotta ignore what they say. You just gotta ignore the fact the first P of the pay-per-view stands for pay. Facts. Them niggas ain't the type of niggas to pay for nothing, man. Them the motherfuckers the type, man, look, man. These motherfuckers, they try to stream yard everything, man. I mean, they try to fire stick everything. People won't like it, but Fury overrated. He beat Wilder, in my opinion, but Wilder ain't shit. Watch the truth for a show. Wilder ain't shit. Wilder ain't nothing. And like, this is what I said. I feel like it got to a point where people's heads started getting a little bit disconnected from their neck and shit. Like, because As soon as Tyson Fury beat Deontay Wilder, the whole perception on Tyson Fury changed because you never perceived him as a knockout artist. You always perceived him to have pillow fish. You hated him prior to. You wanted to see him fall hard. Then when he beats Deontay Wilder, oh, thank God. Now he's the greatest thing since sliced bread. So look, let's go ahead and focus all of the energy we were hating on Tyson Fury because we hate Anthony Joshua that much more. But we're not going to give, we're not going to give him, we're not going to tell the truth and the fact that we know he beat a lackluster dude. And we've been riding this lackluster dude coattails for so long because American heavyweight boxing has just been a fucking fairy tale. It's been an illusion. And don't nobody want to be honest about that shit. And Americans don't want to hold the L. Well, guess what? I'm too real of a motherfucker. I hold it for all y'all motherfuckers. Cause that's what it is. Dragon Leg Salute says, what do you think of the Fury video on defense? He's trying to shoulder roll, footwork. Man, look, you can shoulder roll all you want. Anthony Joshua, heavyweight. I don't see a show. I don't see it. I don't see Tyson Fury benefiting from a shoulder roll in the heavyweight division. I don't. It ain't in his DNA to like, yo, what is he going to lay in wait? What is he going to lay in wait and shoot off the ropes all night? Or is he going to stand in the pocket? Is he going to pull and shoot? They got like that's why like when I be looking at certain shit, that shit look cute or whatever, but just always take in consideration the specimen that he's fighting, man, and the style. And think of like how big you are. Like this is what I try to put in people's mind. Factor in how big and how dumb this motherfucker look doing all this mid-range fainting and shit. But when you see him win his fights, he's hugged up on you, laying on you with all his goddamn weight trying to exhaust you. Because that shit don't work. Not talking as much. I'm trying down on pizza. Hey, man, do your thing. Hey, we all got to eat, Brody. I think the training video is just body sparring in the English gym. Use to focus on body sparring and avoid damage to the head. True, true. Yeah, get that body nice and tightened up too, because he about to get thumped on by a heavy dude. And I'm gonna just be the first one to say Tyson Fury got a soft core. He got a soft core, and I know he got a soft core because you know he's been on the weight journey for so long. There's no way he's been able to build up that midsection to where you know he got an iron skillet yet. Ain't no way. He might not never have an iron skillet. Is it even a genuine video of Tyson training for the fighters? Just him showing his little brother some moves in the ring. Man, I try to tell people like, yo, the dude you gonna see, the dude you see final weigh in, that's the dude you gonna know who you getting fight night. Fuck the because like look, just look at who both of them they are. It's the heavyweight division. You know what both of these, you know they tendencies, you know what to expect from both individuals. So like I said, you can only get one or two things from Tyson Fury. And looking at this fight, you could only get one or two things from Anthony Joshua. Why would Anthony Joshua stay on the back foot and play the jabbing game with a guy that you know everybody that has superior boxing skill, that has more natural and a much and a more extensive pedigree and multiple gyms and multiple styles with his jab than you. So you're not going to get in a jabbing match with him. You're going to test his chin and you're going to try to jump on him early. So all of that shit, you know what I'm saying? So I tell people, man, just watch the weigh-in, man. See what Tyson Fury gonna come in. If he come in light, you know he planning on boxing all night, and you know what I'm saying, and using his back foot and using the ring and trying to befuddle Joshua. Probably snatch him up a little bit, grab him, make it a little bit confusing for him or whatever, and try to just beat him and just outbox him, soften him up over time. Hopefully he wilts like he would in his older fashion and stuff when he would necessarily gas off of just throwing bombs and shit like that, not using his jab, and try to win like that. Or he's gonna come in on some big weight shit, and he's gonna come be big and burly and use the grizzly bear approach and just lay it on him and just jump right on Joshua. It's only two ways this thing can happen, man. I don't know if look, that boy got to know his chin suspect, man. And if you admitting what happened to you when he was a young dude about him rocking your fucking bells, I don't care if it's a spar. I don't care if it's in the boxing ring. If he rocks your bells, he rocks your bells. That means he can rock your bells again. And this ain't in the infancy of his career. And he still got a long way to go. It's gonna be a fun. I just want the site to get. I just want the site deal to be finalized. This is gonna be a fun fight stylistically because just sitting here talking with y'all about this stuff, man, just like I go over it and I'm sitting back, I'm swaying, and I'm looking like, which style would I use? Like, which way are they gonna come in on? Like, I know how I would go about it if I was both of the guys. So it's like I really look at it and it just excites me, man, because this is a big one, man. It's a big one, and like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, pause, like, what I mean? The fight fans deserve a big one, like, for real. Like, like the little guys, they can deliver big bouts and all of that shit. That shit is cool, but it ain't the same. Like the heavyweights is they a big deal for a reason, man, because they a big deal. Carlos, salute. Anthony Joshua, TKO Fury. The longer this fight takes to happen, the worse it is for Fury. I'm of the same thought process. I said, look, if I was both of them, I'd go out there and I'd try to jump on each other, man. See how this shit gonna go in the first fight. I feel like Joshua has a lot less things to worry about if he don't jump on Tyson Fury. But I feel like with Tyson Fury's, if Tyson Fury has the IQ, the boxing IQ that everybody says he has, and Tyson Fury is the type of boxer that everybody says he is, and with the size that Tyson Fury has, for me, no risk it, no biscuit. I would go straight at him. I'd jump on him ASAP. I'd be a nuisance in that bitch. I'd be giving him a jab. I'd be clenching him up. I would give him every bit of a boxing lesson that boy ain't never experienced in his life. And I'm talking about specifically of the sweet science. I would school Joshua in every bit that I could. And I'd make sure I get out of his way. You know what I'm saying? But I would just keep it, I would keep applying pressure on him. Keep applying pressure on him, but smart, effective, efficient pressure. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, if I was Joshua, I wouldn't waste no time at it. I wouldn't worry about being hurt or nothing. I'd be going straight in there, looking to be smart, but looking to pressure him on the front foot, have him trying to escape laterally on the back foot, trap him at the ropes, bang his body, wait, hopefully, and one of them times he going to drop guard because them hooks is going to start filling that basement up with water. You know what I mean? And then catch him up top, boom, and try to sleep him and slide his ass on the ropes early or some shit. I'm going at him. Both of them. Both of them. You ain't got nothing to lose. You got a rematch on both sides. Knock a motherfucker head off. You ain't got nothing to lose, man. And when it's the biggest fight in the world, fuck that. Go at him. Wilder and Joshua. Steve Killer salute. He said Wilder and Joshua completely different animals. Fury underestimates Joshua at his peril. Fury takes liberties with AJ. It'll go badly for him, period. That's a fact. That's a fact. It will go bad. And see, that's the thing, right? It's got a lot, for me, I feel like it has a lot more places to go wrong for Tyson Fury than it does for Anthony Joshua. If it goes wrong for Anthony Joshua, I truly feel like I see it going wrong in one way. Because you want to know why? I would say too, but Tyson Fury doesn't sit on his punches and he doesn't punch correctly. He's a square puncher. He's a square puncher, so I wouldn't have to worry about him hitting me with one thudding shot that's going to ring my bells and knock me out. So I just feel like Anthony Joshua has a lot less things to worry about than Tyson Fury. For Anthony Joshua, I feel like it wouldn't be on the tip of, you know what I mean? Like, it's always in your thought process to not take damage. But I'm not going to be specifically worried about this dude, like, inflicting so much damage on me, he going to hurt me, because I'm going to be the bully. I'm going to be the one that's the benefactor from being the bully in this fight. And I would make sure that every bit of my strength, you're going to feel it. Exactly. I was just saying that. Philly got a soft core. Fury got a soft core. He's a triple scoop of soft serve ice cream in the gut. And this is no hate on them because I both of them, you know what I mean? I make sure I accurately critique both of them because both of them got a road to success here. It's just like for me, no matter how I slice it, no matter everybody brain downloads different. No matter how mine does, the process of elimination when it comes to worst case scenario situations, I feel like, Fury just has a lot more boxes to check off. Like he's got like there's a lot of places where I see it could go wrong because I've recently seen it go wrong. Like Anthony Joshua, I've seen him improve deficiencies. I just feel like, look, man, all you got to do is just stay out the way of getting clenched up, getting in a position where he clenches you all the time. Don't let him take advantage of your inability to clinch. And if that's going to be the case, and if you're or fuck that, or at least been working on your clinch game this whole time. I'm sure he has been working on clinching better, or getting in and out better, or being more deceptive on the way out, not pulling out. I would like to see Angel Fernandez, and I know it's not in like really Rob McCracken's thing, but when AJ pulls out, now they're making him more of a back foot fighter, really making him a boxer puncher as a heavyweight. I would like to see him when he's coming out. I would like to see him, you know what I'm saying, duck his way out, won't pull so high, or pull off, you know what I'm saying, or make sure, whatever he's angled at, make sure he shifts out of the way laterally and dips out of the way of the punch, you know what I'm saying, with his chin tucked. Because I don't want to see him keep pulling back like that, getting cracked. Because he has a tendency, when he pulls back, his shoulders real stiff and high, and he comes back. And it's just like, yo, you get caught on your chin. In the UK, we watched Joshua grow, Fury over hype, white power. They wasn't with Fury in the early days, but now Fury is the king. Bro, like, yo, you want to know what's crazy, bro? That's how, like, my whole channel, like, legit, that's how, like, the energy of my channel was with, like, anybody that tuned in, anybody that wasn't a subscriber. Legit, when I first started doing, like, Mr. Two Hands Up before it turned into all of this shit, nobody had really good shit to say about Tyson Fury besides D. Jeff. And this isn't content creator specific. This is just people in general. Nobody had anything good to say about Tyson Fury. And I mean, just like I did with Deontay Wilder fans and all of the insults and shit and put the fart sounds behind them while the American flag, like while the Pledge of Allegiance and all that shit was playing. I mean, the Star Spangled Banner and shit. I could do the same thing with Fury comments of negativity. I'm sure it will outweigh the Deontay Wilder comments, believe it or not, fight fans, by a long shot. A long shot. Yeah, you would be surprised. And then to go and just see how the energy is shifting in terms of love. It's like, yo, like the fight world is like, yo, it's a microwave love. It's a microwave love thing, man. Yo, the crowd, man, look, man, it's a microwave love thing. Yo, they love you when you know what I'm saying? Like, look, back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot, they all on me. But then when your ass get knocked out and your ass cold again, look, it's like I think a famous boxer said this shit once. It's like when you winning, when you win, everybody's there with you to celebrate. But when you lose, the dressing room's empty and you celebrating alone. You just there with you and your feelings, and that's real, man. How many really celebrate you when you lose? YouTube playing games, just got my notification. Yeah, bro. Shout out to Nick Harmer. Salute, Boston God. Yeah, Nick was saying that shit too, man. Saying that, man, playing with the notifications. And D was saying some shit about that because I was saying some not so, politically liked things kind of the public. But my whole thing is, man, I'm not gonna operate with like I'm some fucking, puppet with a ventriloquist pulling strings above my head. Like I say something, I don't say something. If I don't get monetized, I don't get monetized. If I get monetized, I get monetized. Like I don't care. This shit's beyond me. It ain't gonna be like, no, wait. I'm gonna reserve my opinion so I could only get the fucking like 49 to 52% of the fucking little bit of monetization that I get from y'all anyway, because you take over fucking 49% of everything that I fucking earn off of here. Fuck out of here. I'd rather have my nuts. Wait, and that's what I thought. But Eddie did say today it was because he's the one having the meetings and promoting the fights, prospective sites. So that's why he's getting the flag. Absolutely, because he's the one flying over the world. But see, here's the thing, Tyson Fury. Here's the thing, Frank Warren. Here's the thing, Bob Arum. See, Bob Arum is the only one reserving his opinion because I'm sure he truly understands how sweet this deal is. Frank Warren understands how sweet the deal is. But you know, the Furies and shit, they want to exercise bumping their gums. Because here's the deal. Anthony Joshua is the A side in the situation. Anthony Joshua is the unified champion in the situation. Just because you were gifted a Ring Magazine belt after the fact that Anthony Joshua reclaimed his unified titles and they had the audacity to put him at fucking number 3 doesn't make you number 1 in the world because they say so. He makes the most money. He's got the most belts. He's the one who can resurrect freaking boxing rings in the desert and bring out 14,000 people and shit and give you that Ali Boombaye feeling. Not Tyson Fury. So while you're sitting around not doing anything jealous because you're not in full control, I think your management and your promoters understand that y'all got a hell of a deal. You got a hell of a slice. That's why they shutting the fuck up and you not. You can't be in the driver's seat on this. You're not number 1. You're not the top bill on the ticket, bro. You're there. You're there. If it was Deontay Wilder, he would have just been there with a bunch of delusional fans that would have been less enthusiastic to spend money on it. Because you know they would have fire stick the shit. Tyson Fury just needs to it's just all come on, man. Yeah, man. He put a whole 6-inch pussy on like for real. It looked like a fresh stretched fucking porn vagina, right after the yeah. That joint looked fresh stretched. Joint had a flute whistle over top of his eyebrow. That nigga eye was queefing. His fucking eye was queefing. Off topic. Who do you pick in an Andre Golovkin fight? Andre all day. If it's 12 rounds, Andre, I'll box them all 12 rounds easily. You know, Triple G would just have his feet in the mud too much trying to keep up with Andre, man. Andre's too comfortable being a composed boxer, using his back foot, using his southpaw abilities, being in and out, very tricky, very hoppy fucking fighter. People call him unbalanced, but he's far from unbalanced. He's just a very hoppy, high energy, high wind tank fighter that gets in and out, that uses a lot of awkward angles at the southpaw position that a lot of other guys doesn't use. So he gives you a tricky look. He's very unorthodox. You know, he's giving the Triple G a lot of weird shit to look at. And I think Triple G just won't be able to keep up in that. At the age we're saying, I thought Triple G turned 38 today. I didn't know he turned 39. So at the tender age of 39, this is going to look bad on GGG. I think Triple G would go with the safer bet. If he's backed into a wall to have to do something, I'm sure he's going to fight Jaime Munguia before he fights Demetrius Andre. I bet my bottom dollar on that shit. Why people say Fury is faster than Joshua? I don't get it. Where's your evidence? Fury ain't faster than Joshua. I swear to God, this is the thing. Joshua's speed is deceptive, and then we don't even calculate the fact that he shaved off a little bit more of the water weight. Do you know what I'm saying? He's carrying around more. He shaved off weight, man. I wish people just really go back and just watch that shit. Just cut the sound off and just look at it. You don't even gotta dude, but just look at it. Look at his jab, the last fight when he fought Pulev, and how he snapped his jab. Look at how fast his jab came off against Andy Ruiz, and look at the effect of it. I'm just saying, it's impactful, it's quick, and he's learning how to shoot it from different angles. It doesn't have to be necessarily stepped into anymore with that amateur. You know how he had that amateur stepping with his jab. He ain't necessarily stepping into it no more. He's flicking it now. It's starting to have a flick to it. So you know, I'm really liking what I'm seeing because my thing is when it comes to a fighter, you don't never got it all, man. It's never too late to learn. So with me, if I consistently see you learning and building on your pedigree, that's the type of person that I want to, that's I respect niggas like that. I don't care where you at or whatever. If you're walking it the right way and you're trying to, constantly progress, I'm fucking with you. George the Soul Survivor of the Apocalypse, salute with the super chat. He says, I think Fury can win, but I also think his fanboys are blowing smoke up his behind. Like he doesn't have any flaws that Joshua can take advantage of. And that's what I'm saying. And it's just like for me, it's like where people see all of these deficiencies with Anthony Joshua, I'm just like, compared to Fury in that matchup, I just don't see it, bro. And it's like, I really, really, really try to like legitimately take away all of their pros and cons and look at like who do I feel is gonna have the tougher time in this situation. And I don't see Joshua having to deal with as much as he has to deal with Tyson Fury. It's like, yo, what is Tyson like we've seen Tyson Fury get pressed out. We've seen him get pressed out. And he got to take advantage. And when he turned it on, when he realized he was in trouble, he could lose the fight, he turned it on and you took advantage of a guy who just was completely inexperienced. That's what the fight was supposed to look like. The last 5 rounds was supposed to look like the first 5 rounds, for real. And he tried to take advantage. So when I look at these situations, man, I take it in consideration. I'm like, man, okay, the opposition, I'm going to match it there. Okay, I'm going to look at the nuance. What are you learning? What is he learning? Okay, you can say a guy looks slick as fuck, but who is he looking slick against? Who is he outboxing? That's the question I tend to like to ask people. Who is he looking slick against? Where's the superior level of boxing, feigning, footwork, ability? Who is he doing it against? And it's not a slight against him. I'm serious, I'm dead ass. Who? I know. But it don't make me a believer because he don't win his fights like that. AJ is much fast getting in and out than people think. He's a much better boxer than people say. And with Fury, AJ ain't gonna worry about no power. AJ is gonna be another Otto Wallen with 10 times more. Tony Line, salute. Yeah, man. Cause like I said, man, I don't think I think Fury took advantage. Fury took advantages of the luxuries he had in being comfortable with the opponents that he had. And I think that right now, mentally maybe, it could be taking a toll on him. Because if you use your time, now I understand the first couple guys, but even then, if you didn't use your time wisely and you didn't fight anybody that was going to prepare you for that dude, look at Anthony Joshua's last 3 fights. Kubrat Pulev, Ruiz. And I mean, he icing them niggas. he not like, he not barely making out of these situations. He beating niggas the fuck up. Look at the skinny photo of Fury carefully. His legs are thinner than his forearms, and his head is a cone instead of a peanut. Then watch the training video. You'll see he ain't that skinny like a pig. And that's what I was trying to like really pick apart in the end. Like I felt like maybe I was jumping the gun a little bit because I don't realize, you know what I'm saying, that even you know what I'm saying, even I need to Photoshop shit more because my mind don't think like that. All the trickery shit that motherfuckers be doing. Because I don't do dumb shit like that. You only think of really where your head is at sometimes, but I had to take the tendency to do that more. But anyway, yeah, he looked malnourished and looked like real, like he looked really malnourished. Like he looked really bad. really bad. And that's why I was like, if this is what he's going for, I don't think this is really going to help him in a fight with Anthony Joshua. I don't think this is going to get him to where he need to go. I think this is going to get him blasted out faster than anything. So I don't think that's the look he necessarily wants to go for. Harley Constable says, D Jeff, my favorite content creator. What the fuck? Shout out to D Jeff and Harley. Them motherfuckers got a love-hate relationship. Blood boxing salute. Oh shit. The shit John Fury saying about his son or how Tyson will walk through AJ, the pressure it's gonna put on his son. It's gonna be big. Hey man. Hey, and you gonna have to look. And just like the ones that talk, the mountain gets really, really fucking high up. And you start to look down, like, look, the elevation seems to precede itself with every word. And you gonna have to cash all that shit in. That's just what it boils down to. You're gonna have to cash it in. And if you don't cash it in, you wanna know what's gonna happen? 2021. Soundbite. Soundbite. Two hands. COVID-19. Chopping sushi. Chopping sushi. Because we chopping that shit up. And we making hella viddies. And look, and it ain't gonna be pretty. I promise you that. If anybody was familiar with the way I do shit, yeah, y'all know we making videos. I probably need something like that to be inspired for real. I'm no fanboy. I love boxing. I was close to being a professional. My mate turned world champion, Barry Jones. Salute. And my dad's cousin fought Frank Bruno, Winston Allen. Shit, that's what's up, bro. That's what's up. I mean, shit, you rich with some of the history. Fury would never be making this kind of money without AJ. Facts. Fury don't sell. Yeah, man. Yeah, like we you got like nobody can tell me son didn't come advantage, man, and just swipe paydays, man. One payday he got away with the easy one. This motherfucker he gonna have to work for it. But son definitely swiped the payday out that motherfucker off Deontay Wilder. Two, as a matter of fact. The second one was a lot more lucrative than the first. But damn, but he really would have cashed in on the third one. But like I said, I knew Deontay Wilder wasn't going to fight him again. You don't take an ass whooping like that and then say you want an immediate rematch. That boy's scared shitless, man. He'll never say that shit in public, but he can never sit in the same room with Tyson Fury, dog, and his hands not shake, or him not act out of character, or have to talk loud or pretend to act tough around that dude. You want to know why? Because he took his heart. So he gonna have to try to make everybody around him feel like he would want that type of smoke with Tyson Fury, but he would never want that type of smoke with Tyson Fury again. He'll never want that type of smoke with anybody that's that threatening in boxing again. You want me to tell you why? He was too delusional with the laws. I'm telling you, when you get your ass whooped that bad, Slim, you do not think to go back in there with a hitter, and especially in the realm of the unknown. Look at it. Joshua becomes that much more of an anomaly than Tyson Fury now. And Andy Ruiz. You want to know why? Because Tyson Fury beat that dude ass. So if Tyson Fury beat him like that, and he sidestepped Joshua way harder than him, he don't want to know what that ass whooping could potentially be like too, bruh. Niggas don't look, yo, when you get completely unclothed like that, it's a real psychologically broken thing, bro. Like to know that another man has full, complete power to do whatever he wants to do with your whole life. And the only way you can stop it is with something in reach that got a click on it and a hairpin. He's psychologically different, man. He different. He gonna sidestep, take all of these interviews, and hope that what's left of fucking the myth surrounding his power and this weird This weird fan base we living in right now with the climate of boxing, he hoping that shit gonna keep him to the good. I promise y'all that. Hell yeah, AJ whooped Pulev ass, whooped his whole ass. Like beat that motherfucker like he stole something from his son. He beat the boy ass so around, he turned him around in that dance for real. He turned that boy around in that dance, like gave him a quick one shot, spent him around. He got that James Brown feeling. I got the feeling. AJ Jab is developing and improving in every fight now. And that's a legit weapon that carries some power. It does. It's a snapping fucking jab. It's a snapping jab. Yo, you not walking into nothing like that. You walking into something that's going every time you get hit with that motherfucker, you like, oh shit, I need to reevaluate if I want to get hit with this jab. You might be having to try to flies at the barbecue. Man, like I said, when you talking 3 minutes tick tock, and you talking about your dad talking about your activity and all of that shit, that shows me apprehensions, bro. You cold turkey about who you going in the ring with. The payday looks exciting, but the humiliation don't look that great because you come from the biggest. Y'all motherfuckers got yo. I couldn't sit in the same room with John and Tight. Look, these motherfuckers' mouths are so big, one can't out talk the other. That's why Fury would just succumb and just let his dad do all the talking. That's just too much in one room, yo. Big John said a man hasn't been born yet who could beat his son. He's going to apologize to Mr. and Mrs. Joshua and take them words back. Hey, man, what do you think the response would be from a Team Fury if he gets stopped by Anthony Joshua? I like I really would wonder like how would Tyson not only how would Tyson deal with that, how would fucking John deal with that shit? Oh, so Fury feints too far off him before he lands. Something when he tries to land on you, he's very sloppy with his punches. It's not clean flush shot like AJ's. I'm watching the Fury Wilder too. Now look, Fury's jab is like this, or it's like this. He flicks it, he flicks it, or he snaps it, or he smacks you with it, and it don't have no thump on it. And that's why motherfuckers don't be convinced when they getting hit by him. It's very, like for real. When he fought Wilder, that was the one time when right before he threw the towel, right before he threw the towel in, that was the best shot that he caught Wilder with. The one where he pawed him with the right, then he stepped back, gave him separation, and then stepped in, pop, pop, hit him with the 1-2. That was that crunk shit. That's when he gave him a little bit of that crunk lesson. Because I mean, when he hit that motherfucker, that nigga Wilder came off them ropes, nigga. That nigga was in zombie land. That motherfucker was on his feet sleep. Yo, that boy, yo, man. Oh my God. That motherfucker, he can't look, man. I probably that was probably the one thing I've remixed more than anything. Just his legs going weak when Fury hit him with the right hand. Or when that motherfucker was on the ropes before they threw in the towel, how that bitch just went, how he just went Tokyo drifting and shit, just looking at Kenny Bayless like this. That motherfucker, all you see is Wilder just going past. uh, that motherfucker was Tokyo drifting. I said, look at him. I said, look at him. He don't even know he walking right now. Yeah, this nigga, he thought he was in the purgatory, yo. He was like, yo, this. He was like, this the first stage of afterlife. You know what I'm saying? You go through purgatory and they shift you up another level and shit. That man thought he was out of there. Yeah, I heard it was the suit too, Miguel. The Fury family have something wrong with them. They say two opposites in the same sentence. No one's got the money for the fight, but I don't care about the money. I just want Tyson to do it to prove a point, man. That's what I'm saying. These motherfuckers don't know who they are from Monday to Tuesday, man, and we just gotta accept that shit for what it is. Like, I've just accepted that, I'm foreverly on this fucking, wild ride that is, Tyson Fury contracts and like that's why I just been kind of quiet, man. I stick and jab them, you know what I mean, here and there, but I don't try to. I don't focus my attention too much on what Fury does, man. Like it's just like you gotta expect it. You gotta expect it. You gotta know he's going to do exactly what he's doing, and and don't ever expect it to change. The king of the cap. How Boone say that shit? That shit cap. Y'all niggas cap. That nigga put that Oakland. I'm too high to put on my West Coast voice right now. That nigga said that shit cap. That nigga Boom went crazy today. Hey, look, man. Well, look, hey, it's been real fun, y'all. Look, man. That's all I got for y'all today, man. As we always say at the end of this shit, it costs you nothing to pay a nigga no mind. Hey, I salute y'all, man. I'm glad we got to do this. I might fire one up tomorrow. Tomorrow, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, I am firing up one tomorrow and shit because I wanted to talk about the esports boxing clubs new signings and shit. They got over 200 fighters now. They even got a women's divisions now. Shit's gonna be lit. Yeah, that's what we talking about tomorrow. We talking about the new boxing game that's coming out on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, and both Xbox Series X and S. Esports Boxing Club is the first boxing game we've gotten in fucking a decade, and I'm talking all the legends. We even found out that Ray Boom Boom Mancini is even going to be in the fucking game. Juan Manuel Marquez, shit like that. Chocolatito, fucking you. Hey, just oh man, we got a lot to talk about tomorrow, y'all. Y'all have a good night, man. Appreciate y'all as always. Y'all the fucking best subscribers in the world. Fah Fah. You know what it is.